Morning from the Peak District. I'm out with the Terrible 2 today. The plan this morning was to come to the Peak District and go kind of find like an easy way up Win Hill through the forest, because these two can't handle parking Clough. But we've just come off the A6 and just gone past the Mamtor car park, and all of a sudden all the valleys in front of us, including Winnats Pass, is all shrouded in mist and stuff, and it looks absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but behind me is Mamtor. The people up there right now must be getting a hell of a brilliant cloud inversion right now. I did consider going up there, but it's a bit busy and I've got these two. So instead I've parked up near Mamtor, and I'm gonna take the footpath over towards Winnats Pass, which is over behind me now. And I'm hoping that if I walk up to the edge of Winnats Pass, then the pass will have a bit of a cloud inversion in it. So we'll see in a minute, see if we can get there quick enough for it to before it disappears. Absolutely stunning. Just been chatting to a guy who was wild camping up here last night. He got an amazing sunrise this morning with all the cloud inversion. He was telling me how he'd had his drone up and that. He had one of those, the new Terra Nova Northern Lights tents. Brilliant looking tent, really versatile. It's one of these where, as well as having a full-on like skeletal structure itself and that, you can put walking poles in the porch part as well to support it, even make the tent even stronger. It's quite rare these days, I think, that you find something that innovative on a new tent. So it was really good to have a good look at his tent. I think he's been trying to take it down for quite some time, but I was too busy nattering to him. So he's putting his tent away now. As you can probably see behind me, most of the cloud inversion's now gone. All the mist and the fog and everything is gone. We're just left now with the Edale Valley, looking absolutely stunning. I'll be pretty careful along here with the dogs. These are the kind of drops that we're talking about. A couple of 100 feet down there. And this one in particular is always eager to get going. Aren't you, Welly Bob? Tell you what, you do not want to get close to the edge down here. Check this out. Trying my hardest to keep the dogs away as well. Oh my god. I am actually shaking whilst holding the phone. That is scary as hell. Wow. Ooh, my legs have gone. My legs have turned to jelly. There's Mamtor. What a place. Absolutely stunning, but absolutely frightening at the same time. Ah! Joking. Last time I came along Winnats Pass, along the top of it, I actually went back down that way, which was horrific. It's especially now with like wet grass because it's all like covered in dew. It's really steep to get back down there. So if you ever do come along Winnats Pass on the top of it, you're best just either going back the way you came, or I'm just going to carry on here along the path and see if there's a slightly easier path that goes down over there to that path. I don't know if you can see it, there's a path in front of the forest there. There's a proper path that goes along and underneath back to the road. So I'm hoping there's going to be some sort of loop over there. Over there you can see Win Hill Pike, the little pointy one. That's what we were going to do originally. And then over here you've got the Great Ridge, so you've got Loose Hill, Back Tor, Hollins Cross, the Kinder Plateau beyond, the big one. And then up there you've got Mamtor as well, which looks like it's got hundreds of people on it at the moment. So yeah, so I went down where I thought I could down there, but it's too steep off to the left, and there's a bit of a gully down there. I've just seen a family go down there. I'm not too sure how they're going to get on, but it's kind of completely covered by stone wall and barbed wire on the top. I was wondering if, because there's a gate in this one here, over in the corner over there's a gate that you could go through this field, and then you'd be on a much better field there to pick up that path over there, but I can't figure out how you'd get through there. There's nothing on the map for this, unfortunately. There is no path here, there's no indication of gates or anything. There's just that path over there heading towards the right, and then towards the direction of that tree, but I can't see any way through. So I might have to give up and just go back, I think. I've just noticed this sign as well, saying it's private land, and I have to admit on the map, these fields are actually private land. They're not open access land, and there's no footpaths on them, so I can see people up there walking through these fields, but you shouldn't really do so. Fair enough if you get caught out or whatever, but I can easily just go back the way I've came. I shouldn't need to start crossing people's land and scaring animals and trying to get over walls and fences that people have spent a lot of time to make. So yeah, so keep off the land when it is actually private. I know you get to see a lot of these signs, and they're actually put sometimes places where you are allowed, but in this scenario, this is private land that's behind us here, so I'm gonna ignore it. Doesn't matter if we don't do a loop, we'll just come back the way we came. It'd be good to see the pass from the other angle anyway, to be honest. It's actually clouded over quite a bit now. You wouldn't think it was the same day, would you? From this angle, Back Tor looks really quite dramatic, doesn't it, the way it falls off on the left. I mean, it is a landslide, which is why it looks like that, but you don't normally see it quite as sharp a drop as that. It's right in the centre of the screen now. Love being out in the country, don't you, Welly Bob? Hey, you like your dad? So we've just passed the road at the top of Winnats Pass. We're back at where you walk behind the farm to get back to towards the Mamtor car park. There's Mamtor. So I'll finish the video here. Bit of a different morning. Plan completely changed. Just because when we came over, like I say, over the pass over there, the clouds in the valley were amazing. So Pulled up pretty quickly, got out of the car, got up on top of Winnats Pass and saw some pretty spectacular views. If I'd driven all the way to Ladybower and gone up Win Hill, we wouldn't seen any of that at all, because it was all gone like an hour later, and it would have taken us at least another 20 minutes to get there, and then half an hour to an hour to get up on top of the hill. So I'm glad I did what I did. The boys have loved it. It's a shame you can't do a circle on, you know, the upper part of Winnats Pass. There's still no path on the other side. Well, there's a path on the up on top of it, but once it's kind of a there and back thing, because it's private land or a really, really steep descent on the other side with no proper path. But then again, I suppose if they made it really accessible, that that walk on that side of the pass would be full of people all the time. And I quite like the fact that hardly anyone ever goes out there. Every time I go out there, I see 2 or 3 people at most. The odd person well camping and that. So yeah, I'm glad it's still peaceful in the way it was, and it was absolutely stunning this morning. So yeah, until next time, it's bye from me and bye from them.